Alright, gonna give it at least a minute in case anybody joins. Well, this is live. Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. Alright, let's begin. So recently, this whole winter weather situation has just gotten worse. And you are bound to find out why. So let's not waste any time. Excuse me. I swear, I'm becoming just like Chibi Donkey. Anyway, we're gonna start with this. It says the high wind warning is cancelled, with it now covered in a blizzard warning for Nantucket. And now, let's read everything going on. This is the current update. Last time it said that like winds would gust as high as 70 miles per hour. But you're gonna be shocked at how this situation got even worse. So as we scroll down, yeah, it says blizzard warning. The first one says, oh, excuse me. Sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, the first one says blizzard warning in effect from this afternoon until Tuesday morning. And the primary hazards will be blizzard conditions expected, till snow accumulations of between 12 and 20 inches. Excuse me. I swear, are we coming cherry joking? Anyway, winds gusting as high as 55 miles per hour. The main areas to be affected are Hartford, Tolland, and Wyndham, Connecticut counties. This will be in effect from 4 p.m. this afternoon until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. Excuse me. And the main impacts will be travel could be very difficult to impossible. Areas of blown snow could significantly reduce visibility. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my god. Anyway, the hazardous conditions could impact the Monday morning and evening commutes. Strong winds could cause tree damage. Excuse me. I swear, I'm becoming to new to you, Toki. I really am. Anyway, so yeah, travel should be restricted to emergencies only. If you must travel, have a winter survival kit with you. Because if you get stranded, you must steer your vehicle. Pretty sure it's gonna say the same thing at the end of every one of these winter storm warnings. The second one is, of course, blizzard warning in effect from 4 p.m. this afternoon until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. Oh my god. Excuse me. Anyway, the main hazards will be blizzard conditions expected. Total snow accumulations between 12 and 22 inches. Winds gusting as high as 55 miles per hour. What the main areas affected include portions of central, eastern, northeastern, and western Massachusetts. From 4 p.m. this afternoon until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. And the main impacts from this blizzard will be travel could be very difficult to impossible. The hazardous conditions could impact the Monday morning even commutes. Strong winds could cause tree damage, and yeah. The preparedness actions are the same. Oh no. Excuse me. I just need to stop that. I really need to. Anyway. This is where things get shocking. So those in Nantucket, pay attention. Because this says blizzard warning in effect from 4 p.m. this afternoon until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. The main hazards being blizzard conditions expected. Oh. Excuse me. Total snow accumulations between 8 and 11 inches. Winds gusting as high as 75 miles per hour. Like, this is getting scary. Anyway, only Nantucket County is in this particular blizzard warning from 4 p.m. this afternoon until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. And the main impacts will be travel can be very difficult to impossible. Areas of blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. The hazardous conditions could impact the Monday morning and evening commutes. Excuse me. Oh my god. Very strong winds could cause extensive tree damage. Yeah. And unfortunately, it looks like that southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island are going to take the brunt of this blizzard. So those living in Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts especially, pay extremely close attention. Because I sure as hell will be. So anyway, blizzard warning remains in effect from 4 p.m. this afternoon until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. Excuse me. My God. Anyway, the main hazards are blizzard conditions expected, total snow accumulations between 18 and 25 inches, winds gusting as high as 75 miles per hour, just like in Nantucket. With the areas affected being portions of eastern, northeastern, and southeastern Massachusetts and northern and southern Rhode Island from 4 p.m. this afternoon until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. And the main impacts will be visibilities may drop below 1/4 of a mile due to falling and blowing snow. The strong winds and weight of snow on tree limbs may down power lines and cause power outages. Rail conditions are expected will make travel treacherous and potentially life-threatening. Travel can be very difficult to impossible. Areas of below snow could significantly reduce visibility. The hazardous conditions could impact the Monday morning and evening commutes, obviously. And very strong winds could cause extensive tree damage and even cause widespread power outages in this case. Just knowing how strong the winds are. And the last one is, of course. Excuse me. Anyway, the last one is winter storm warning remains in effect from 4 p.m. this afternoon until 7 a.m. Standard Time Tuesday. With the main hazards being heavy snow expected. Total snow accumulation between 8 and 14 inches. Winds gusting as high as 55 miles per hour. Excuse me. With mainly Franklin and Oak County and Western Hampshire County, Massachusetts affected. From 4 p.m. this afternoon until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. And the primary impacts are, of course, going to be travel can be very difficult to impossible. The hazardous conditions could impact the Monday morning and evening commutes. Strong winds could cause tree damage. And yeah, once again, unlike the rest of them, this one's prepares action safe. You must travel, keep an extra flashlight, food, and water in your vehicle in case of an emergency. So, yeah. Even if you weren't ever messing around, excuse me. Hold on. No, you see that. Hold on. Hold on. Alright. I'm a little embarrassed right now, but that's not gonna stop me from continuing. So let's continue. Okay? This is the. Wait, did I click on. Yes, I did. The most recent area forecast discussion. Oh. Excuse me. Damn. Anyway, what's changed? Blizzard warnings were expanded to all of New England except northwest Massachusetts. Winter advisory for Nantucket upgraded to a blizzard warning. Oh, yeah. The key messages say a powerful winter storm. The key messages say a powerful winter storm brings significant to extreme impacts to much of the region later tonight to Monday, with heavy snowfall, damaging winds and blizzard conditions. Worst impacts will be felt south and east of the I-95 corridor. Expecting significant coastal impacts with areas of moderate coastal length during the late tonight, early Monday morning high tide across eastern Massachusetts. The greatest impacts will be from Plymouth County southward to Cape Cod and the islands. And I guess I could read all this. Not now, Vernius! Not now, Vernius! I am in the middle of something. Anyway, the full discussion. Oh. Excuse me. Here's key message 1. Overviews. The overview is potent upper level trough / shortwave becoming negatively tilted and closing off. Oh my god. Excuse me. Potent upper level trough shortwave becoming negatively tilted and closing off south of New England with significant height falls over 300 meters will result in explosive cyclogenesis tonight into Monday morning. 24-hour pressure falls exceeds 35 MB in the 24-hour period, which more than satisfies bomb cyclone criteria. This is a classic climatological setup for blockbuster blizzard. For a blockbuster blizzard for the coastal plain with sub 970 MB, low tracking near the benchmark. Very good model agreements on track and intensity, so we have high confidence on impacts across the region. Still some differences in OPF for the storm event, but we lean towards high risk guidance, which should Yes, I lost it. Oh no. Which should have a better, excuse me. Which should have a better handle on mesoscale processes with the banding across the region. Exact placement in mesoscale bands and localized heavy snowfalls may still shift until we can see where banding sets up overall high confidence on snowfall amounts. We have noted a slight shift in the storm track to a bit south of the benchmark, which could increase confidence of max snowfall occurring in southeastern Massachusetts, but lower confidence in amounts across the interior northern and western Massachusetts, Connecticut. Timing and snowfall amounts. Some light snow may develop by late afternoon, but main accumulating snow should hold off until 7 to 11 p.m. from southwest to northeast. Then we wait the very heavy snow band, which will be moving up from the south, associated with strong level of warm advection frontogenesis, enhanced by a low jet, which will also be lifting northward. This will initially be a laterally translating band lifting northward across the region between 3 a.m. and 10 a.m. Snowfall rates during this time will likely reach 2.4 inches per hour at times, especially across Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts, given strong and deep forest through the DGZ. In some instability along supporting the heavy snowfall rates and possible thunder snow. Okay, looks like isolated thunder snows in the forecast. Then it will transition to pivoting band late morning into the afternoon, and where this pivot will determine where the heaviest snowfall sets up potential for amounts exceeding 2 feet. Overall, looking at 18 to 24 inches from eastern Connecticut and central Massachusetts through Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts. While QPF, or is that OPF? Yeah. While QPF is less across eastern Connecticut and central Massachusetts, since SLRs will be greater. Within this area, we think the best chance of seeing locally up to 30 inches will be across southeastern Massachusetts, where pivoting band is most likely, which fits climatology of a mid-level low tracking near or a bit south of the benchmark. For the Cape and Islands, we have amounts dropping off a bit over the outer Cape, and especially in Nantucket, where snow may briefly mix or change to rain in the morning before flipping back to snow. But still looking at 8 to 12 inches for Nantucket and 12 to 18 inches for the outer Cape. Across western Massachusetts and Connecticut, there is a bit more uncertainty as this area will be on the western fringe of the heaviest snow. Looking at 8 to 14 inches in this area, given the strong wind gusts across the entire region, blizzard conditions are expected for much of the region, so the blizzard warnings were expanded westward. Very poor visibilities with whiteout conditions. Like how it's referring to visibility. But yes. And blowing and drifting are likely, especially late tonight to Monday afternoon. The intensity of the snow will begin to taper off around midday in western New England and mid to late afternoon across eastern Massachusetts. Any by late afternoon in the west and between 7 and 10 p.m. across southeastern Massachusetts and Cape Cod. The impacts include we can't stress this enough, but this storm will likely bring extreme to destructive impacts south and east of the Interstate 95 corridor, especially southeastern Massachusetts and Cape Cod due to a combination of heavy west snow and damaging wind gusts. Heavy west snowfall amounts of 2 feet with damaging winds presents a serious concern for tree damage and power outages. Temps across southern Massachusetts will be around 32 degrees Fahrenheit during the brunt of the heavy snow, late tonight and Monday morning. Then will begin to fall into the 20s during Monday afternoon. Further north and west into central in northeast Massachusetts and western Massachusetts and Connecticut, or northern Connecticut. Temps will be in the late 20s for the entire event, so the snow will be of a drier consistency, which will help mitigate these impacts somewhat. These areas could still see some power outages, but on a much lesser scale than what is experienced south and east of Interstate 95. In terms of travel, it will be near impossible during the period of heaviest snow late tonight through the morning, with the heavy snowfall rates and weather conditions and what else. As such, travel is highly discouraged. Damaging winds. Wind will also be a serious concern, especially along south and east of the Interstate 95 corridor. 65 to 75 knot jet lifts north across the coastal plain late tonight into Monday before pivoting across southeastern Massachusetts and the Cape Islands. We've seen stronger low-level jets, but what is different with this event is we have a favorable thermodynamic environment to promote efficient mixing. As such, sounding support hurricane force gusts to between 70 and 80 miles per hour for the outer Cape and Nantucket, 55 to 65 miles per hour for southern Rhode Island, southeastern Massachusetts, and 40 to 50 miles per hour for the interior north and west of Interstate 95. These winds alone will be strong enough. These alone for tree damage and power outages south and east of Interstate 95, not even considering the impacts for heavy wet snow. Then key message 2. A storm surge of 2 to 3 inches at the time of high tide early Monday morning between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. will likely yield moderate coastal flooding from Plymouth County southward to Cape Cod and the islands. Excuse me. Therefore, a coastal flood warning continues for this portion of the coastline. Farther northward from Boston to the New Hampshire border, there is more uncertainty with a higher probability of minor flooding. Therefore, a coastal flood advisory will be posted there. The greatest storm surge up to 4 feet appears to occur during low tide Monday, between 9 and 10 a.m. However, there could be enough storm surge for minor coastal flooding during the late day high tide, between 3 and 6 p.m. Although given the astral tide is lower and winds will be more northerly, only expecting minor flooding. Nonetheless, a coastal flood watch remains in effect for this Monday afternoon high tide to account for any storm track changes, including timing. In the aviation forecast for tonight to Monday morning, NVFR turning IFR in LIFR as light snow overspreads the region between 22 and 4Z. Wind increased out to the northeast this evening and tonight. Excuse me. With gusts 20 to 40 knots, increasing to 40 to 50 knots after midnight. Gusts 50 to 70 knots possible in eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Strongest for the Cape Islands. Snow rates pick up overnight, becoming very heavy, likely after 6Z. Heavy blowing snow and blizzard conditions are likely, especially for east. Significant LLWS with 70 knots of wind down to 500 feet. For Monday afternoon and Monday night. Gradually improving to VFR from west to east Monday afternoon. VFR by 00Z across the western half of southern New England, but likely taking until midnight to reach the east coast of Massachusetts. Snow rates decrease in the afternoon with remaining snow exiting the east by midnight. Winds gradually diminish in the afternoon and evening, especially after midnight. However, gusts 40 to 55 knots are expected through the evening across the more east terminals. Was that? Which one? Sorry. Yeah. Wait, what was it? Yeah. Which one was that? Oh. Excuse me. And I guess this is for Logan Airport. I'm gonna guess. But anyway. Excuse me. Moderate confidence for what looks to be Logan Airport. Light snow showers possible late this afternoon and evening. Steadier snow arrives between 00 and 03Z. Snow becomes heavy with hourly rates greater than 1 inch, likely after 09Z. Blizzard conditions expected with gusts up to 55 knots developing by daybreak Monday along with wind shear. Snow rates decrease in the afternoon. Light snow continues Monday evening, exiting by midnight. Moderate confidence in what looks to be Bradley Airport. MVFR today and tonight. Light snow showers is possible this afternoon or early evening. Uniform light snow arrives is between 00 and 02Z. Heavy snow with hourly rates greater than 1 inch are likely after 07 or 08Z. Heavy snow continues Monday morning with rates decreasing mid-late morning. Light snow accumulations before exiting late afternoon and evening. Winds increase tonight, becoming strong, especially after midnight and towards daybreak. Gusts 40 to 45 knots by 12Z through the afternoon, resulting in blizzard conditions. Winds gradually decrease Monday afternoon and evening. And yeah, the outlook from Tuesday to Friday. Tuesday, VFR, breezy. Tuesday night, VFR, chance of snow. Wednesday, mainly IFR, with local MVFR possible. Breezy, snow likely with a chance of rain. Wednesday night, VFR, breezy. Thursday, VFR, chance of rain and snow. Thursday night, mainly VFR areas of either possible, breezy, rain likely with a chance of snow. And Friday, mainly VFR with local and VFR possible, breezy, a chance of snow and a slight chance of rain. And of course, and of course, what has got to be some of the scariest warning of this event so far. You best bet it's high confidence for marine weather. Excuse me. Alright. Anyway, very dangerous and life-threatening storm for mariners late tonight through Monday. Storm warnings are in effect. We expect wind gusts between 55 and 65 knots peaking late tonight into Monday afternoon. A few hurricane force gusts are likely. Winds will begin to diminish from the peak of the storm from late afternoon through Monday evening and drop below gale force from late Monday night. Seas peaking at 15 to 25 feet Monday afternoon and evening with the highest seas over the eastern Massachusetts outer waters. Near zero visibility at times and heavy snow late this evening into Monday, possibly briefly changing terrain east of Chatham to Nantucket. The next outlook from Tuesday to Friday. Tuesday, lowers for small craft advisory winds with gusts up to 25 knots. Rough seas up to 13 feet. Tuesday night, winds less than 25 knots. Local rough seas. A chance of snow. Wednesday, low risk for small craft advisory winds with gusts up to 25 knots. Local rough seas. Rain likely with a chance of snow. Areas of visibility 1 to 3 nautical miles. Wednesday night, winds less than 25 knots. Not now, inner city. Not now. Anyway. Wednesday night, winds less than 25 knots, areas of rough seas, a slight chance of rain. Thursday, winds less than 25 knots, local rough seas, a chance of rain. Thursday night, a low risk for a small craft advisory wind gusts up to 25 knots. Local rough seas, rain likely, local visibility 1 to 3 nautical miles. And Friday, winds less than 25 knots, areas of rough seas, a chance of rain. Excuse me. Yep, this is it. This is it. Ring. So, yeah. With there indeed being the potential for winds gusting as high as to even 80 miles per hour, I would definitely be taking this so seriously. So seriously. Because this is becoming an increasingly dangerous situation. Especially for areas south and east of the Interstate 95 corridor, So you better be prepared. So you better start preparing for damage and power outages. Like, and I'm talking like now. Everyone in New England has to start preparing right now. Well ahead of time. And don't even think about driving anywhere at all. Because with how dangerous the situation is, nothing is worth driving unless it's an emergency. I did not think the situation would get this bad. And I do hope that I don't lose power, and that plenty of other people do not end up losing power. Again, it's not just my own power that I don't want to lose. I don't want anybody else to have to lose power, but knowing the intensity of the storm, anyone could lose power at any point of the storm. So, yeah. And this storm is gonna and all this is, like, maybe not for me, but this whole blizzard is gonna start in less than an hour. But, yeah. I don't really got much else to say. If you were here while this was live, I mean, excuse me. I mean, if you are not watching this while this was live, the YouTube file will be down below. And remember, especially those living in south and east of the I-95 corridor, and especially those living in the Cape and Islands, you must start preparing right this second. I mean, as soon as the stream ends, you must start preparing right this second. Because you guys in the Cape and Islands, you're at risk for the brunt of the storm. With even winds potentially gusting as high as 80 miles per hour, which can cause extensive damage and widespread power outages. This is a really serious and dangerous situation. And trust me, I did not want any of this happening. At all. But, yeah. This is all I really gotta say. With that said, I hope you were interested. I hope you were interested in this live stream if you were watching it. If you weren't, that's fine. But yeah, I really don't have much else to say, so guess I'm gonna end it here. And I will, of course, see you the next time when I stream or upload a new YouTube video. See you next time.